Today on Steve Rob Reviews, we're going to take this 4-inch PVC pipe. We're going to take the bottom cap, top cap, spray can, drill bit. We got all kinds of assortments here of stuff that I'm going to do. And this here is just like some kind of a plumbing fittings. And we're going to put this on here. Well, you're going to see how this is all going to go together. And this is to feed peanuts in my feeder that I'm making for my squirrels. And for all you in America that have commented on my other videos that you're shocked to hear that we have black squirrels, well, the only squirrels I really have up here is black. We get the odd gray one, but most of them are black. And here's what a black squirrel looks like. Well, as you can see, yes, we've got black squirrels, and you could see that I was feeding this to the black squirrel. And you know what? This is not really an ideal choice, because most of the time they take the peanut like this, they go over to my garden and they bury it about 4 inches deep. So I've decided to switch to just the regular peanuts that are out of the shell, just raw, there's no salt on them, no nothing. And that's what this build's going to be all about. So let's get to it right now. Okay, so this is how this build is going to go. I don't have to show specifically right now me showing all the drilling and everything else. But you can see here I've got this bit here. And I've already put a line on. So where I got to go down in my step here. And I just wanted to drill a hole in this cap. And I put all my lines on. And it's in the center so that it's just for the hole, not on the outside, so it's just for the hole. So I'm going to drill that. Then I'm going to drill 2 holes on either side, and I'll show you how that's going to work. And here is the top, very simple. I've got just this eye bolt here. I'm going to drill a 1/4 inch hole in here, and then I'll bring you back and I'll show you what we got. Well, here we are here, and you can see I just fastened it on. Very easy to do. With your this is stainless steel, by the way, and these are just zip ties, and you can see how this is going to go in here, and the 2 bands are going to go over to the top, and I'll bring you back when that's done. Well, that worked out better than I thought. Now, I originally thought that I might have to use this here to go in, you know, to hold everything in, and of course that would thread in there, and then it would just I would just make it flush with here so it couldn't move side to side or anything. But just them 2 zip ties, nah, it's holding it on there terrific. So this is, everybody can do this, right? Just a couple of zip ties, mount it right over top of the hole, center it, move it around. This ain't going nowhere. Okay, so let's get on to the easy part now. Well, here it is, it's all done. And at the bottom here, as you can see, these are just a couple of plugs that I had anyways. And the whole reason behind this is when you fill it up with peanuts, you take the top off, fill it up with peanuts. Well, guess what? You don't want the peanuts to be flying all over the place, you know, or having to hold your hand on it or that kind of stuff by the time you get to where you're going to mount it. So when I'm going to fill this up, all I got to do, I got to take this screw out here, and that's it. It's that simple. And here's the hook on the top to hold it. I'm going to show you when it's all finished, when it's all painted, and it's put in a specific spot in my yard. And I'm going to show you that after it's painted. But I just thought I'd show you, if you're looking for some paint, this one here is a good choice because it covers on plastic. And if you can see right here, it says also bonds to plastic. And the screw I specifically took was one of these steel roofing screws. You can pick any screw you want. And for the fittings underneath here, well, you can use the black ABS and just go with ABS if you like. But you can get the idea, get the design that, yeah, you're going to have a port here and you're going to have a port here where the squirrels can feed from. And I'm going to put the peanuts in, and I'm going to bring you back in a second, and we're going to take a look at some black squirrels feeding off of this.
Well, wasn't that pretty cute? I mean, that's my black squirrels. I love feeding the black squirrels in the backyard. And I'll just show you the setup that I had. And really, this is just the other end of the stick. And I just fastened one of these hooks on it and then just hung it from the feeder. But I don't know if too many of you noticed, there's a couple of things in there that changed since then. This is 2 days later, and well, you never underestimate the intelligence of a squirrel because they are ingenious. I'm going to show you something. First thing you'll notice is they chewed the straps right off. The first time, I didn't know really what was going on because I thought maybe they were twisting this and they broke the strap somehow. No. They chewed the straps right off. And so what did I do? Well, I had to get some epoxy. And I'll show you. You can get 2-part epoxy anywhere. And I like using the Permatex 2-piece epoxy. Stir it all up. And I just stuck the fitting on the bottom on. And it held great. Now the only other thing you probably noticed is a little wire in there. So I just have a 1/8 piece of wire. And it goes from here all the way to the top about here. And what that does is when the squirrel goes in there, it touches the wire and a peanut will drop down. If I don't put that in there, they'll just pull it out and pull it out and pull it out and pull it out. This way here, they got to kind of work for it a bit, right? Because, to tell you the truth, they will empty that thing right out. They are so smart. Their little hands are so ingenious. They put their hands in there and they'll just keep pulling it out and pulling it out and then go down below and feed. This way here, it gives all the squirrels a chance. And that was not the same squirrel in all the shots. But I got lots of gray squirrels around here. I got lots of birds. I love feeding wildlife. And if you want, I'll put a link down below of some of my adventures with the squirrels. And, and my adventures with the birds too. So I'll put some links down below if you like, and you can make yourself a squirrel feeder or make yourself a bird feeder or this kind of stuff. And feed nature. I think it's a good thing to do. So thanks for joining me here today, and I hope you enjoyed this little bit of an invention as far as I'm concerned on building a squirrel feeder. And it's a good thing to do. Cheers.